Because the times
Woke up this morning thinking about
Those summer days.
best friend got caught up when I stayed in Douglasville. Doing from myself by myself. I'm a
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. So today, hold on, let me turn this light on actually. Boom. So today, basically, everybody like my Billie Eilish videos. For some odd reason, they're like getting a lot of views. So I'm gonna milk it a little bit. You know, I'm gonna try to get all the views, all the subscribers I can, grow the platform. And I'm gonna make some Billie Eilish videos for a bit. Just for a bit, like a few, like two more or one more with this one. But today we got Billie Eilish talk about writing songs and fake pop stars. Let's get into it for the record. Boom. And be out. Well, I see what they're saying right there. I don't know.
You're a role model. Like, how can you say that if you're somebody's? People are looking up to you, Billie. Like, how could you possibly say something like that? I'm like, you know why they're looking up to me? Because I say shit like that. I say what the fuck I want to say. Because if I don't say it, what is the point?
Yeah, I get it. As artists, you speak what's on your mind. You shouldn't let anyone, not even the society, tells you, yo, I can't say that. You can say whatever you want, but you have to be willing to take the consequences and be willing to stand up for what you believe in. Does that make sense? Even when people call you crazy and everything else. A lot of people ain't ready for all that.
What's up, geniuses? Welcome back to For the Record, and I'm your host, Rob Markman. Today's guest hails from Los Angeles, California. Is one of the most new, fresh, and exciting voices in music, with songs like Ocean Eyes and Copycat, Bellyache. This 16-year-old singer-songwriter has proven that she has a soul beyond her years. Billie Eilish.
What's
That's
up?
crazy.
Welcome to For the Record, man. Thank you for doing this.
No, of course.
How you doing?
I'm cold.
You Gucci'd out right now.
I'm whoa, ice too. I'm like cold. Like, yeah. Nah, I'm good. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Can we talk about, first of all, I'm just loving the outfit. I love your sense of style. What goes through your head in the morning? What puts this together? This is the flyest thing I've seen in a long time.
I mean, this is actually made by this dude
Fat
from
Joe the other
Potato
day. I
on
was like,
Instagram.
yo,
He's
she
like
rocking the fit.
just
No
the
offense,
most
she
G he
rocking
could
the fit.
possibly
It looks
be.
clean.
Whoa, that rhymed. Oh my
Look at
god, that
you
was
guys
crazy.
already.
Nah, he actually put this whole thing together, and the socks too, even, which is just he makes like stuff like this all the time. But I don't know, he's just incredible. But I just like wearing like weird shit. Like I'm just trying to make people look at me, you know.
Everybody's definitely looking. You dropped "Don't Smile at Me" last
I
year.
mean,
And everybody is talking about this album. I just want to know, what's the biggest change for you since dropping the project? Like, you kind of went from being in your bedroom and now the world has it.
right. I mean, well, what's funny about that is, like, you know, we made the whole, I mean, we wrote all of the songs in my brother's bedroom, and that's, like, you know that, like, that's kind of how it is, but, and, you know, like, the world sort of knows it now, and people around the world know it, like, tons of, it's just insane and insanely surreal, but what's cool is, like, you know, I'm still making music in his bedroom. We're still doing that, like, it's, I just think, like, so many people just think that you need to rent a studio and you need to have all these producers there and all these co-writers and all these like people and it's like, bro, like if you want to make art, like
just buy some
make
equipment.
art. Like, what are you doing?
Just buy equipment, buy a mic, audio interfacer, buy a Mac or Windows, buy a DAW. That all could cost you up to $1,000 in total. Some speakers, some light, because you want to be able to see what you're writing, you know, see what you're reading and everything. Or buy some lights, you know, in your room. Do both. Buy one of these. Buy Chantel and pencils. Buy power blocks, like the big old power blocks we get, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, with TV, all the little cords and stuff. Buy like 2 of those, because you're going to need them. I got a power brick right here, a big one, a big old tower. And I plug up all my stuff, and it's Gucci. Buy some extension cords. Buy a lot of cables. Buy a lot of all types of, like, all types of cables and buy a universal like line, all different types of ports where you can plug stuff into. Hold on. Do I have it? Or I'm giving y'all too much game. I'm giving y'all too much game. Yeah. Oh, fuck it. Buy you one of these. Got every port, every type of, you know what I'm saying? All the way to the smallest one right there. So, if I ever need something, plug it in, use this, the adapters, you know. If you're trying to like get serious in music, because you'd be surprised. If I was you, buy all different types of chords, all different types of. Just buy stuff that you even feel like you don't need, because you'd be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Buy Phantom Power, the little thing. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot. I have a lot. I have like a whole real studio worth of mics and equipment and shit. I could at least have like 2 studio rooms with that amount of equipment I have right now.
You know,
Right.
like do it wherever you can. Like make it in a fucking closet.
Right. You know, I think that's a generational thing. I think we've been taught that we need all of this stuff to make great music or great music videos or just great art in general.
Yeah.
And you know, your generation and you're a leader of that pack is really on some just do it yourself, and the rest of the world will follow.
Exactly.
That's crazy. I feel like though your style, even more so than your approach to how you make music, right? Your style doesn't feel like the average 16-year-old when I'm talking musically, like the stuff that I hear you write about, sing about. You have a unique soul. It feels like my mother would always say,
You been here before.
that person's been here before. Like you lived another life or something like that.
That's crazy. What?
Where does that come from? What are the influences that you have that kind of give you this kind of unique style that you have?
I don't even know. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. I've always listened to just so much music. Like since I was little, I was always listening to, 8,000 different things at once. Like I cannot. I've never been able to like survive without listening to music all the time. Like once I lost my earbuds and I just like had a heart attack for like a week and it was crazy. But even since I was little, like in the car, my dad would make a bunch of mixtapes of like, tons of the Beatles and like Avril Lavigne and like Linkin Park and like Green Day and like My Chemical Romance and Sarah McLachlan and like Peggy Lee and like all these like tons of different artists and different kinds of genres and without sort of their stereotypes, if that makes sense, because I know that like a lot of the artists I just named, especially like sort of some artists are sort of known to be like, oh, that's kind of like it's almost like a joke artist, know, like certain bands, and I'm like, if you take your pride out of yourself and listen to the art that they're creating, it's like there's so much in there and it's so real, and the fact that like everybody's so like, yeah, but they're like a joke because like it's like shut up, like it's their art because they made it because they wanted to.
Okay, it's art, but then it becomes bullshit because now we live in a generation where people feel like if you make a single and you can make a platinum hit off a single, you're a solidified artist. To me, no. If you make singles and think you gonna be competing with niggas that make legendary albums, shit, you have another thing coming. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you kind of spitting in the face of all the people that paved the way for album making. Art, real art. I feel like real art comes from albums. Real art comes from singles as well. But singles show, okay, we know you can rap. You can rap a party song, you can rap a Freaky Friday song, you can rap a sex song, you can rap a trap song. Like, there's so many songs and cliche things you can talk about in one song. Once you have an album, you have things where you could put a story together, you could put a scene together, you could do all types of stuff with this album. But that's just me. That's what I think. Y'all might think the same thing. Let me know in the comments below. But that's me personally. Hey.
And that's what I look for in music. And always have, really. And I think especially lyrics are like the number one thing,
Yeah.
especially like the Beatles.
Okay.
Whoa. Even though they were like on acid the whole time where they were writing, like, I mean, what they came out with was pretty fly, so maybe I should go on acid.
See, like, I was trying to stop you because I saw
I knew-
that's where you
I
were
knew
going
it.
with it. I was like, she's gonna say it. She's gonna say it.
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of
Give me an
white
example of where you talk
bands
about
and
like kind of
groups and
like a
stuff
joke.
back in the day
Is the
stole a lot
Beatle
of
an
music
example
from
of that in terms
No,
of
no,
something?
no. I mean,
black people.
I
Not the
don't
Beatles
think
taking from
that at all. I just
Okay.
think like, you know, like let's say, I don't know, My Chemical Romance or Green Day. Like
Right.
it's such a certain kind of music that I really fuck with, and I've fucked with for like all of my life. And same with like 21 Pilots even. Like that's
21
that's
Pilots,
one
they're
that
good.
I think they have put out some incredible, you know, projects and just said some of the most real things that I think I've ever heard, and also been so original and so like themselves. And I think that's why there's so much sort of
By the way,
hate
my bad
towards
if I
that, or
hear
so
that.
much like
That little, that's not my fault.
memeable, whatever
Right.
you want to
It's
call
not
it.
my
You know what I
fault.
mean? And it's like, but the only reason that you're uncomfortable with it is
Big
because
ol', I
it's
forgot
not what
the
you're
machine
used
name,
to.
but it's like literally
And I think the world is
outside
so like caught
our
up
home,
with
so
like
it's like
just liking things
it
because
makes
everyone
noise
else
when
likes
my
them.
mom turned the,
It's like
air on.
the wave. Like,
Got cold as hell in the
what is the
house.
point?
I'm out here in the sunroom,
I don't
it's
understand.
Nice and toasty.
Let's go back. Speaking of
Hot.
songwriting and great lyrics, I want to go back to your brother's bedroom, you and Phineas, and when you guys decided to start creating your first song together. But I believe it's your first song, Bellyache, right?
yeah,
Was the first
actually,
one?
yeah.
Can we go back to that day? I want what was going on that day? Like was it was it the plan? Was it like like Michael Jackson and Jackson 5 had Joe Jackson as the father, and he said you guys are gonna
No.
be the Jackson 5, and you're gonna be a
No.
group, and you're gonna practice every day after school. It wasn't like that in y'all.
No, there was no like, not at all. Honestly, like, I mean, we started working
me up.
together. I think like
I just let one
I'd say
rip.
a year before we actually wrote that song together.
I
Because
was
that was,
holding
I
it
guess
all
that was
from
sort of
work, don't
the
judge
first full song we wrote like equally,
I'm a
I'd
prep
say.
cook now.
And like before that, you know, I had written a bunch of songs of my own, and he had written a bunch on his own, and then I don't know, we just like made stuff because like we could. It was like so. There was no intention whatsoever. There was no intention, no like, I'm gonna be a star. Like, fuck that.
That was my bad. I hit it a little too hard. There you go. I was just trying to show y'all my books right here. That's it.
I'm not even
My
ever.
bad.
I don't want to be
Yeah.
a star. That sounds like hell.
Mm.
But
She's a star.
shut up. Oh my god. But what I'm saying is like, I made it because I'm not saying I made it. I'm saying I made music because I wanted to.
Right.
He made music because he wanted to. He's my best friend, so, you know, we're friends and we just make shit. And like Belly.
Okay, let me know what y'all think. Your siblings is not your friends. They're your siblings. They're closer than a friend. Being a brother or sister, that's deeper than a friend. Is that me? Cause like, my brother, right? I don't say he my friend. He my brother. If you my brother, we blood. Like, to me, it's like, if you my brother, you my sister, we're this. Regardless of what happens. Regardless of ups, downs, anything. I cuss you out, but the next day I be like, brother, I love you. I appreciate you. I might have said some wrong yesterday. Today, new day, he do the same to me. Like me and my brother, and my sister, we was like this regardless. We give each other money if we need it and everything. Like, that's just how we is. I don't know.
Ache. We were just sitting in my garage and like we were just like riffing on random stuff and coming up with random melodies, and like I don't even know what we were doing. I don't think we knew what we were doing at the time, and we were just like, you know, making some random stuff up, and we started, you know, just ad-libbing a bunch of weird like I don't even know what. And I was like sitting all alone, mouthful of gum in the driveway, and we were like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, what the fuck? And then he was like, you know, I've explained it so many times, but I'm going to anyway because it's kind of fly. He was like, my friends aren't far. In the back of my car are their bodies. Like, you're in a car with your friends, like, cruising down the street in my 6'4",
Right.
jocking them bitches. Slapping the hose. Oh my God.
We can
I'm
go.
sorry. It just
We
came
can
into my
go.
brain,
Let's
so I
go.
said it.
Yeah. Genius. If you can't do this at Genius, where else can you do it?
Yeah.
But you changed the lyric. He had the
I
lyric.
changed the lyric. Yeah.
Well,
So
y'all
he
see
was
my
like, in the back of my
DMX album
car,
up there,
are their
bro?
bodies? I was like, no.
I want to go in this for a little bit.
Lay their bodies. We just killed all these hoes. And
What-
they just lay there. And then that was sort of like, we were like, oh. And then it was like, woo. And we wrote whatever that song was. You know, like that's when our minds sort of, I think, realized that you can literally write about whatever you want.
Right.
And like nobody does that, I feel like.
Perfect segue to my next question. You didn't kill all your friends.
I know I did
Your friends
not.
are all alive.
My friends are good. They're okay.
You know, you have this, and look, we're guilty of it over here at Genius. You know, a lot of times we listen to music, and a lot of times you take it literally.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and you have this approach to songwriting, and you spoke about this before, and I thought it was so just brilliant that you don't necessarily have to go through the things that you write about. Like you create a fantasy world within your music too, and just let it go.
Yeah.
Talk about that approach to creativity, your creative approach with that.
Well, I mean, it's exactly what you just said. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, so much music is like, I mean, I've even talked to people that, because, okay, there's many things I could say. I have so many things in my brain, like, bubbling around in there, but you don't have to go through anything to write about it. Or you can go through everything and write about something else. You know, it's like it's literally like telling a story. It's not something you can write about something you've done. You can write about something your friend's done, or you want to do, or you used to do, or your mom did, or, you know, it's like, that sounded like an insult, like a your mom insult, but no, it wasn't, but it sounded like it was.
Bag. You need to chill. You need to have some respect.
Yeah, but like, because I've even talked to people that are like, you know, Billy, you're the reason that I learned a lot from that, because people are like, you know.
That's my girlfriend.
I had no idea that you could write about anything. I thought, you know, you had to go through exactly what you write about.
My
because,
girlfriend took a lot
you're not
of music
keeping
and
it
life
real.
You're not
lessons
keeping it
and
real,
all that
exactly. And it's like art, as I said. It's a
is.
story.
Thank you.
You can write about.
She understands. Being an artist is you telling stories, you being creative as possible. You making singles. Okay, this is the problem with singles. A lot of people make singles to make money, quick cash. And companies realize, what's the point of spending a whole budget to make an album where you can spend that whole budget promoting one song, and then the next song, and then the next song. And you can just make platinum hits like that. It makes sense, but the artist is going to get chewed up and spit out. How many, you know what one hit wonders are? That shit's real. I feel like you need to become solidified and just get a body of work. Even if it's a mixtape, get something that could be your representation of you. Because I don't know about you, it's like this, right? You go to a record label and they see one song. Okay, that's cool. And it pops off. That's cool. But it's only gonna be one Little Nas X. It's only gonna be, I don't know, another person that popped off, just based off one song. But I'm saying, like, it's only gonna be that one song. Lil Nas X album, I can say like 3, 4, 4 songs on there is cool. Everything else, it's like that. Like, if you start off as making a single that pops, people gonna remember you as that single. If you start off as an album, oh shit, they serious about their art. It's not my fault people think like that. I think like that. So I know if I think like that, I know other people might have to think like that. Look at Billie Eilish, she thinks like that. I'm just glad artists that care about the craft of music making, writing your own songs, writing songs that just, life experiences or stuff that you've never been through. And you can talk about it because one of your friends been through it. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know if that makes sense.
My friends, thank you. It's like a character. It's like when people really want to act. It's like, you know, when I was little, me and all my friends, whenever we'd play games, we always wanted to die in the game. Like, you always wanted to die another big death. And, like, you know, if we made, like, little, like, fake movies, like, one of us would, like, die. And it was like, oh, my God, we died. And it was crazy. And I don't know why that was, but it's like, it's fun. It's like you can become a character that you would never, ever be, and almost, like, change your mind and, like, sort of become...
No!
I'm always shopping The Real.
I don't care.
They drop over 10,000 new arrivals every day.
From luxury brands I'm
I'm
obsessed
sorry,
with.
I ain't wearing no luxury brand on
You
none
know,
of my posts.
someone else,
On none of my
which
stuff.
you can
unless
never
they
do.
endorse me.
Ever. You can never be someone
Mics
else. I
and
just
stuff,
was
that's
talking
different.
about
I
that.
love equipment, you know.
But
That's how I make my money.
that's what songwriting is.
So in a song like Ocean Eyes, I hear Ocean Eyes,
Clothes,
and
I
it
ain't wearing
sounds to me like
clothes.
the
For them to get
deepest
money off my shit.
love
Hell
affair,
no.
the deepest relationship
This shit
ever
right
in
now.
life, man. You wrote that at 14.
Excuse me.
You made that up. Were you just like in love and so enamored with some person at 14 that you wrote the song?
Okay,
Or
to
was it just
set
something
this
that you wrote?
straight, I've never been in love. Gross. My brother actually wrote the song
Okay.
himself, which in a way I'm like, thank God, because I don't want to fucking write about falling in love because gross. But the thing was that
Did
even
she
though
have a
my
boyfriend
brother
in
had written
2018
it,
or like
it was
that one
still
black
mine.
dude?
You know, it was
That
still
before you.
exactly like
Let me know in the comments
coming
below.
from me.
I'm trying to
you know,
get the stuff
I
off my
took it as
nails,
mine.
it's
And the thing is,
bothering
it wasn't at all artificial. It wasn't like, Phineas, write a song for me so that I can do it and I can get credit for it. It's like, that wasn't it at all. It was like, I wrote songs already and he had written this song that was sort of, it was about what he was going through, but at the time he was like, it was sort of what we were both going through in a way, and he just wanted to hear me sing it, and I just loved it a lot, and like it was mine.
I know their
Of course,
parents.
because you have to believe it or feel it in some type of way to
Something
be
like
able to
that.
deliver a
So that's
performance
cool.
Exactly.
that's believable. Like if you're okay, there's just some song I'm gonna sing that just sounds like any other song that you're singing.
Oh my
But you have to
God.
connect with it.
But this is what I talk about all the time, is that like so many people right now are, you know, like getting famous because of someone else. Like
Right.
Yeah.
like, you know, there's an artist and we want to make this artist a star. We want to make her blah, blah. And it's like, okay, the way you're going to do that is have someone else write the song. Someone else, you know, style her to look like somebody else that she's not. You know, put a ton of makeup on her that she doesn't freaking look like herself in. Like, just like all these artificial things that involve like so many people that are not the person that's getting to where everyone else wants them to be. And it's like, if you're just getting somewhere because everyone else wants you to be there, or you're getting there because you're being everyone else, you just get to a place where it's like, what is the point of that? Like, what if everyone died right now? Like, right now, if everyone died, and my whole life I had been doing, you know, fucking what, like, tons of other people wanted me to do and, like, try to please people, and then everyone died, I'd be left with this fucking thing I didn't want in the first place. What's the point of that?
So answer me this. That's amazing, because I was thinking of this when I was thinking about the things that we were going to talk about last night before this interview. You're a big deal, and I'm going to tell you why. And you shouldn't be, but like today to have a young woman, you know, we have an industry, entertainment music, where, you know, young people, their creative vision isn't respected and trusted as it should.
Yeah.
Women specifically aren't being heard like they should.
That's why on my I'm not gonna go to
And their vision comes through.
and
we hear these horror stories all the time. And here comes Billie, like, yo, this is me. I'm young. I'm 16, 15 at the time when you came through, right?
Yeah.
I'm a woman. This is me. And you're going to love it because you don't have a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you realize the magnitude of just the young people and young women in general that you're going to inspire just by being able to say, fuck it, don't style me. I don't want to be who you want me to be. This is who I am, and you're going to love it.
I'm gonna cry. That was, I mean, thank you for that.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I mean, on that note, like people are like, you know, like you're a role model. Like how can you say that if you're somebody who's people are looking up to you, Billy? Like how could you possibly say something like that? I'm like, do you know why they're looking up to me? Because I say shit like that. I say what the fuck I want to say. Because if I don't say it, you know, I don't know. It's just like what is the point of freaking not doing what you want to do? I just don't know. And I mean, obviously, there's the fact that women can't really, and that's sort of the rule. Subconsciously, it's everyone's rule that, you know, universally, women with personalities are hated. That's a universal fact, and I know that, and I've always known that, and it's so ugly to me, and it just is like,
I don't get it.
fuck off, dude.
That's why this moment is beautiful, though. Like, I really feel like the way the fans have embraced you, the way music has embraced you, has been so organic.
Right.
That it doesn't feel like some, you know, Billie Eilish doesn't feel like something that was packaged or made up or, you know, from a label. Like, oh, it would be a great idea if we got this young girl.
Yo, I'd rather die.
Right. Right.
I would rather die than be artificial.
Right.
I just can't stand it. I just cannot stand it. And like I'm so not saying like I'm a perfect role model and I'm everything that an artist should be. I don't think that at all. You know, I hate myself in a lot of ways. I just explained that upstairs. But it's like no matter what sort of I fucking don't even know what I'm saying anymore, but I guess I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We love you. One thing I wanted to get into, two more things before we get out of here. There's a lyric of yours that I absolutely love. And I just wanted to know the moment when you came up with it on My Boy. And you say, my boy loves his friends like I love my split ends. And by that I mean he cuts them off. That's such a clever.
That's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah. Did you just come up with it? Was that something you were thinking about?
It was
like,
me and my brother, dude. It was
Right,
like
okay.
we were just like zoned in. Oh my god, yo, the moment that happened, I think we both like stood up and jumped and high-fived. I'm pretty sure. Like when we came up with that line, it was like a moment. We were like, fuck. We are God. And like we're not, but you should feel like that sometimes.
I told you who I am. A God.
You have your moment.
We had our
Jesus.
moment, and we were like, I remember, the beginning of that song,
Hey, I'm
the
just
first
saying.
verse of that whole song.
Hold up,
just,
wait a minute. You see, now, my computer, right? I'm gonna have to do this right quick, everyone. I'm sorry. I have to make it where that's quiet, okay? Had to do that, but yeah.
every part of that verse is sort of like that, which is like, my boy's being sus. He was shady enough, but now he's just a shadow. So it's like shady, you know, if it's shady in the park,
Yeah.
it's a bunch of shadows of trees. But it's kind of all of the shadows in one, so it's like shade. But so it's like almost a shadow. He was shady, now he's just flat out a fucking shadow. Shady ass motherfucker. And then it's like,
That sounds real.
my boy, my boy loves his friends like I love my split ends.
Right.
By that I mean he cuts them off. Fun fact, I don't even cut my split ends off, ever. It's really gross. Like you look at the ends of my hair and it just looks like a bunch of like legs like this. Each hair. But nah, it was such a moment. We were sitting on my brother's bed and we had just come up with that first half, and then he goes, "Oh my God, Billy!" He was like, "My boy loves his friends, like I love." And I was like, he couldn't. I think he like couldn't find the rhyme. He was like, "What's something like you cut?" And I was like, "Split ends." He's like, "My boy loves his friends, like I love my split ends." And he goes, "And by that I mean he cuts them off." And I was like,
That's dope.
"Yo,
That's
it was
dope.
insane."
That's exactly how I
It was
pictured it.
insane.
Like you guys had a celebration. It feels like you could do an end zone dance after that.
Honestly, plug walk.
So definitely you do the plug walk after that. Shout out to my man,
NWA,
Rich
like,
the Kid.
song reference.
One last thing
That
before
was
we get out of
funny.
here, because I know you got to go. These are rapid fire questions. I want to do this little segment we do. It's called Record Break.
Sweet.
So questions about different records. First thing that comes to your mind. All right.
Okay, I got you.
What's the first record you ever bought?
Sail by AWOL Nation.
Really?
What's your favorite record of all time?
Catch Me Outside. Ski Master Slump God.
It's a good record.
So good.
It's a good record.
Okay.
Of all time, though, I just remember you
All
were 16,
time?
man.
I know. But
Orphanage.
okay, but
Shout out
like
to
no.
Steve.
Man, you're wrong.
It's
Everybody had
like
their own
that
preference.
one. Like I don't know. There's a lot. Like the motto.
Yeah.
I mean, Something by the Beatles
Nah,
is actually incredible.
You ain't got to change it. Shout
I'm
out
just
to
saying.
Steve Math. He came to
Shout out
Genius.
Slump God.
He actually played that for me and Kayvon before he even put it out. And it was crazy. What's a record that you love but people wouldn't expect?
Wow, a lot actually. I feel like I always name stuff and people are like, "What in the fuck are you?" I'd say like, na 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 by My Chemical Romance. Song is crazy.
I know you're talking
The
about.
record that you play when you want to get in your feelings.
Sheesh, I'd say like right now,
DMX. Simple. I cry.
it's oh my god, Gone Away by Her.
Okay.
Yeah, that song. Yeah.
Your favorite karaoke record?
Ooh, I don't know what
Gold
that.
digger.
You don't do karaoke?
Karaoke.
Have you ever did karaoke?
Nah, I did it at a birthday party once when I was like 8.
What did you
And
say?
it was it was that one where she like burns a CD and then she calls him gay or something. What song is that? I'll tell all your friends that you're gay. What the hell song is that?
What?
Like burned your CD and then I'm not gonna rush
Wait,
you.
what?
Oh, wait.
Jay-Z didn't sing it. I don't know.
I don't know what it was,
Jay-Z didn't
but
sing it all.
I don't know. Jeez, karaoke. The Motto.
Okay.
by Drake.
YOLO. And then finally, your favorite record that you've written so far.
Copycat.
Okay.
Copycat.
That's a good record. That's a good record.
Thanks.
I know a
That's
thing or
sweet.
two about copycats. I feel like they're trying to copy our style, geniuses.
Yeah.
But it's so good.
Everyone's trying to be genius.
Everybody's
Everybody's trying
Nobody
to
can
be
be
Billie
a
Eilish.
genius.
I'm trying to be
Nobody's
genius. I
Billie
am.
Eilish.
Everyone's a genius.
But yo, I'd like to thank you for stopping by.
Of
I'm in
And
course.
kicking it with us. You spent a lot of time here today. We got a lot of things coming with Genius and Billie Eilish, and look forward to doing this again.
I'm so hyped. Thank you for having me. Woo!
Okay, with that being said, I hope y'all know this. If you're artists out there, make music that you want to listen to. Chase your dreams, bro. Doesn't matter what you are. Doesn't matter what color you are. Chase your dreams. If you want to make music, doesn't matter what type of music it is, chase your dreams. Because your dreams and your goals will play out. The more money you invest in yourself, it's going to play out. You're going to see it come. You're gonna see it. Trust me, you will. That being said, I hope y'all enjoy. And let me know some other videos, some older videos of Billie Eilish that y'all want me to react to. Because the newer stuff, I would get copyrighted, like shadow banned. Like I will, not banned, but I will get copyrighted, banned, blocked fast. That being said, peace. Y'all stay safe, alright? And chase y'all dreams, alright? Let me know. If y'all make music, let me know in the comments below. Simple. And if y'all know any artists y'all want me to react to, I will react to it. If it's not copyright material. If it is, I don't know about might get my review on it. That's it. But yeah, peace.
Mario the poet.